Hi everyone, this is Dr. Sarla Singla once again with all of you with a new topic of English grammar, prepositions. Prepositions, a tricky topic. Tricky in the sense it creates a lot of confusion among the students. Actually it's the framework of English grammar. Let's talk about the prepositions today. Prepositions. What are the prepositions? As its name denotes, it's the combination of two words. Pre plus positions. Means the words that take their position before the noun are called prepositions. They can be simple or complex. Simple means monosyllabic. Means having only one syllable like in, on, at, etc. And complex means polysyllabic. Polysyllabic having two or three and more syllables like into, onto, upon, as far as, etc. Prepositions types. They can be the preposition of time, place, direction, and again there can be fixed prepositions. There can be no preposition which we call omission of prepositions, or they can be post-posed prepositions. Post-posed means that come after the noun. Well, we will discuss this portion in the next session. Today we will discuss preposition of time, place and direction. Here we go. Okay, let's see. First of all, in. If I say I reach there in time, or I say on time, or I say within time, what is the difference in these three words? Let's see. If I say reach there in time, means I reach there before the end of the time, before the expiry of the time. Suppose I had to reach somewhere by 9 o'clock. I reached there at 30. So I will say I reached there in time. Again, if I say I reached there on time, means I was punctual. If I had to reach there at 9 o'clock, I reached there at 8:55, 8:57, like this. If I say within time, it means I was given duration, like I was given time that you can reach there 9 to 10 o'clock. I reached there in that period only. So I will say during that time I reached there means I reached there within time. Okay. Next, when we talk about the morning, evening, then we use in the morning, in the evening, but at dusk or at dawn. With dusk and dawn we use at, because morning and evening are long period, means long duration of time, and dusk you know, evening time when the sun has set, but there is a light, there is some light of the sun somewhere, and dawn means early morning. That period remains for a short period only. That's why for short period we will say at, and for long time, long duration we will say in. Okay. Now move to the on. On is used for days and date. Like I say on Monday, on 15th of August, on Diwali, on Holi. But see here, if I say I was born dash 5th April, or I was born dash April 17 in both dashes I will put different prepositions, because here I am talking about the date. For date we will say on, and here I am talking about month. For months we will write in. Understand? Okay, next we use at for the specific time. Like specific time, if I give you the exact time, I say at 12 o'clock, at noon, at midnight. With noon and midnight we use at, because at noon means 12 o'clock in the afternoon, means 12 o'clock. And at midnight means 12 o'clock in the night. That's why we will use at here. Okay. See one thing. With Diwali I used on, but with Christmas I have used at. Why? Because the Christmas comes on the fixed date, 25th December. So with Christmas, when fixed date, specific time is given, we use at. So with Christmas we will use at. Now the preposition of place. For preposition of place, first we talk about in and into. In is used where no movement or no motion is shown, and into is used where movement or motion is shown. See, I keep my books dash my bag, and I am keeping my books dash my bag. In the first sentence, I keep my books means its place is fixed, location is fixed. I keep my books in my bag. No movement is shown here. If I say I am keeping means some movement is going on, keeping. Then we will use into. So, I am keeping my books in my bag, into my bag. Okay. Next, on. On is used for devices like we say that I was watching movie on the TV. I was calling someone on the phone. And for bodily parts, again we use on. If I say I wear a ring dash my finger, let me tell you one thing. I'll tell you it in Hindi. We Indian people are in the habit of thinking in Hindi and translating in English. Suppose मैं बोलती हूँ कि मैं अपनी उंगली में रिंग पहनती हूँ, ऑब्वियसली मेरी ट्रांसलेशन होगी इन माई फिंगर, बट इट्स रॉन्ग. तो यहाँ आई वियर अ रिंग ऑन माई फिंगर बिकॉज with body parts we use on. Okay, then upon and onto, both are used in the same sense but showing motion. Suppose I say the cat jumped onto the table or upon the table, both will be correct because both are used in the same sense. They mean showing motion. If I say the cat is on the table, it means its location, its place is stationary. It's on the table, sitting on the table. If I say on to, means some motion from one place to another. एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर जाने के लिए जो वर्ड हमने यूज किया यहाँ on to और upon. Okay. Then on, above, over. See the difference between on, above, over in the reference of place. When the surface is touching, we'll use on. If I say this marker is on my hand, means this marker is touching my hand. And above is used when something vertically upon our head or upon something. Like I say a fan is above my head. But over is used when we say something horizontally upward. Horizontally upward means that is upon my head but not touching the surface. That is not in contact with my head. So I'll say roof is over my head. Another, you can say the reference of over is when it is covering the whole area. If I say spread this sheet, dash the bed, I'll say over the bed. Okay. Next, in is used for big places. If I say he lives dash Shri Ganganagar, I'll say he lives in Shri Ganganagar. And at is used with small ones. Like if I say he lives dash Shri Ganganagar dash Rajasthan. Here Rajasthan is a bigger place and Shri Ganganagar smaller one. So with smaller one I use at and with bigger in. Means I'll say he lives at Shri Ganganagar in Rajasthan. Okay. Then at is used with the fixed places. Fixed places, I say he is standing at the bus stop. He is waiting for him at the airport. Okay. But see, if I say she is in the school or at the school, what will be the difference here? If I say she is in the school, it means she is physically present at that place. She is inside the school. And if I say she is at the school, it means she may be near the school, she may be standing out of the school. Okay, then we talk about under and below. Under is the opposite of above. Means vertically downwards. Something is under, I say the cat is sitting under the table. Means that cat is vertically downwards, means sitting under the table. And if I say below, below means horizontally under something. If I say many people live below poverty line. So now we are going to discuss the prepositions of direction. Directions means from one place to another, showing movement. Okay, first to. To is used with the movement to a fixed place. If I say I am going dash Bombay, means I am going to Bombay. But if I say I am going abroad, then I am not used to. Why? Because abroad is no place. It can be Bombay, New York or anywhere else. So it is not fixed, it's used as adjective. So with this we will use no preposition. I am going abroad. Next, towards. Towards means direction of movement again. It means I am not going to a fixed place. I am moving towards some direction. If I say she is going market, if I put to here, that will mean that she is going to market, means to the exact place where she wants to go. But if I say she is going towards market, then it will mean she is going somewhere else but to the direction of market. Okay. Next, from. We talk about from when we want to say from one place to another. If I say she came dash college, means from college, means she came from one place. Next, see these sentences. If I say I go to college dash Ram's car, or I say I usually travel dash car, in both sentences we will use different prepositions. I go to college in Ram's car, because I am talking about some specific car. When we are talking about some specific means of transport, then we will use in. And when I say I usually travel by car, means in general I am talking about car or bus or anything else, then we say we usually travel by car, by bus or anything else. Okay, if I say I go to college dash foot, then again a different preposition is used. We say on foot. Neither in nor by or any other preposition is used here. If I say I go to college on bike or dash bike or bicycle, even then we will use on, because we cannot sit inside bicycle or bike. Okay. But for big means of transportation, means the things, the transportation things in which we can stand or walk, with them we use on. Like I say I am going to Bombay on train, I am going to Bangalore on the aeroplane. But again, here is a twist. I already told you that preposition is a tricky topic. In this, if I say in train, I'll use when I am exactly at the location of that thing. If I say when you called me, I was dash the train, I'll not say on the train, I'll say in the train, because at that time I was actually sitting inside the train. So for your exact location you want to tell, then you will use in the train or in the plane. I hope you understand. Next, since and for. We use this since and for in the perfect continuous tenses also. Since is used for the point of time, means when we want to tell the exact time. Like I say, I have been waiting for you since morning. I have been living here since 1990. I have been teaching to the students since Monday or anything else. Okay, for. For is used for the period of time. Period of time or a duration we use for. If I say I have been teaching to the students for 2 hours, for 5 days or for 6 months, etc. Okay, for is used for exchange also. Means in Hindi if I say कि मैंने ये पेन 20 रुपए का खरीदा है, I'll translate it कि I bought this pen in 20 rupees. But here, when we have something in exchange, we don't use in, we say for. I bought this pen for 20 rupees. Hope you understand, friends. See you soon in the next video with some more preposition. Till then, take a very good care of yourself. Thank you.